Greetings from ABC Acres. I'm Grant Shadden, and I'm out here on one of our roads in the middle of what has been a perpetual task of snow removal this winter to introduce a video on year-round indoor vermicomposting. That's composting with worms. Actually in my house using what's called the Worm in Mega. And it's a product that I've been very happy with. I've done a lot of different worm composting systems inside my house, some homemade, some bought, and this has by far been my favorite. I'll show you some of the features and then a few considerations if you're wanting to get into indoor vermicomposting as well. It'll be a nice break from all the snow for me, and I hope you learned something. All right, so here we are actually in my house in the utility room, and here is the Worm in Mega, and this is a vermicomposting system. And you can see here it's on these wooden legs that I built, and I didn't quite measure right, so I propped it up with some bricks. But I found this to be the best indoor worm composting system that I've used anyway, and several other people have said the same thing that have gotten into vermicomposting. So you've got this nice mesh screen, so flies and such can't get in and lay eggs, which is very nice. It also keeps the worms in when you first get them. They tend to roam a bit until they get settled in their environment. But I've got this shredded newspaper here, just over a top layer to hold in moisture, but also just as a form of bedding for the worms. I'll just take some of that out so you can see a little better. But we've got this mix of, there's a almost completely broken down and consumed tea bag. There's some banana peel. They've already eaten any of the leftover banana out. But you can see how rich these worm castings are, and there's obviously some of the worms doing their thing as well, and it looks like we've got some worm eggs too. So these red wiggler worms are the kind you want for a vermicomposting system. They will not go up and down and burrow like night crawlers. Night crawlers will not do well in a system like this. So you want something like a red wiggler. They stay in the top few inches of the decomposing organic matter. Their native kind of habitat is more so a underneath animal manures and fallen leaves and decomposing organic matter out in nature. So we're kind of recreating those conditions. But this is some of the absolute best fertilizer that you can get your hands on. Just really rich, good structure. I put a little bit more water probably than I should have in this a few days ago, so it's got some heavier moisture content to it near the bottom. But that's what the bucket's for as well. You get that leachate, and you can use that as a really great quick liquid fertilizer. But also with this bucket, another nice feature, this nice durable fabric that the worm in folks use. But you've got these toggles right here on the bottom, and you can harvest your finished worm castings and vermicompost in the bottom with a bucket, and then use it in potting mixes. Even though it's very high in nitrogen and other minerals, it won't burn out your young plant starts like other organic fertilizers even. So it's a fantastic soil amendment for many different uses, while at the same time recycling and actually like upcycling your food scraps. Now you don't want to put in dairy, anything with heavy like fats or oils, meat. You want to stay away from alliums like onions and garlic, and also citrus with its high acidity. The worms won't do well with those things, but pretty much anything else coming from your kitchen, they will go right through and really make a fantastic fertilizer out of it. And if you don't overfeed them, so with them being able to consume half of their body weight a day, you can factor in approximately how much food you can add by weight every day for them to be able to go in. And I usually batch it, like a couple times a week I'll put a little bit of food in here for them. But under the right conditions, they can double their population approximately every 3 months until obviously they kind of reach their balanced level in the size of container you have. Once they reach their level, then you can split them off and start another one. So that is the Worm In Mega, and it is a really nice vermicomposting system for indoor use. You manage it correctly, it does not smell. Well, as you can see, that Worm In Mega, it can actually turn out a lot of really rich worm castings, which is the worm poop, or this combination of the castings and just composted organic matter that can go a long way into really enriching the soils around your veggie plants in the spring and summer, your indoor plantings, trees, even a young plant starts. It can do really well with them. And it's a great way to keep that biology turning over, your food scraps, your coffee grounds, your tea bags, all those different sorts of things. Even in the middle of winter, you can be creating really rich soil that you can use throughout the year. So I encourage you to give it a try, whether it's with a Worm In Mega or a homemade system. You can find a lot of different do-it-yourself bins and different variations of systems on YouTube or in articles, so I won't go into that, but I do encourage you to give it a shot. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.